We are now recording.
Okay, spicy. Please continue, Bones. Fuck the audience and also our future selves. Context clues.
Um, Ember, Till, Addie leave Marilyn early because it's a lot and they're going back to Nova Ether. We're going back and we stumble across a barely alive dude. He got hella fucked up by something in the woods. We're like, ayo, the fuck?
Honey, the fuck?
An old woman approaches Ember specifically is question mark most likely an avatar saloon and sidesteps around the whole truth of what's in the woods and what did this. We're all thinking it's some sort of giant monster. um kind of. The giant monster's Henry, surprise to no one. um he set up this weird blood elemental thing and we activated, so we had to fight the blood elementals. It was fine. Um, then we go inside, find a dickhead named Walter. Yeah, that sounds right. Um, and he can't die because Saloon said so. Henry walks in and he's like, "Oh god fucking damn it," and we're like, "Oh god fucking damn it." So we're sitting in Henry's murder cabin kitchen, grilling the fuck out of him to tell us what the fuck has been happening and why the fuck he's being hunted. That's where we left off.
We're having a nice late night lunch. I wouldn't really call it a dinner. It's more of a lunch spread.
Supper.
There you go.
Perhaps the Last Supper.
Yeah.
If
So,
Mavis has her say, yeah.
Like Bones said, you guys went to the after defeating the blood elemental and skirting around some pretty grisly deaths in the woods via several traps that were laid. You came upon a blood elemental after activating it, kicked his ass, and went into the murder cabin.
Woo, murder cabin.
That you did not know was a murder cabin at first because it looked very, very normal on the upstairs, and then you went to the downstairs and it was literally fucked up. Uh, you met Walter, who I don't think he told you what he was, so I'm not gonna say just in case.
Just some immortal asshole.
Yeah, sure, let's go with that. He's some immortal asshole, and as y'all were talking to him, and he was almost close to getting y'all to open up or figure out how to open up his little cell door or whatever, Henry came in and was like, "Hey, what the fuck are y'all all doing here? What the hell?"
What y'all doing in my house? Y'all don't know how
You started grilling him after he sat down with you all and made you some supper, and that is kind of where we left off with Henry being interrogated. And as Henry is um trying getting his words together, trying to piece together how to say what he needs to say to all of you and how he can say it and not make you look at him even more differently than you already are. There is a thumping bang, bang, bang at the door.
God damn it, Ike.
Oh man, it looks like we still got some stragglers. Henry reaches down under his desk, takes out like a massive bloody hammer. He's like, "You guys can sit here and finish up. I can take care of whatever's outside."
Do you go up to the door?
Let's see here. I I would like to pull on something to initiate a trap at the door.
Oh my god.
What type of trap?
Let's see here. That is something classical, you know. I feel like it's just a whole bunch of bricks that fall on someone's head. You know, some Home Alone type shit.
You hear the telltale of bricks falling, but who's ever on the other side moved out the way just in time, and once again you hear the
It's Mavis.
door.
Oh my god.
No way. Nah, it can't be. It can't be. I'm sure it's one of those scrubs. All right, I go to the front door.
You open up the front door, and behind it is your worst nightmare, your worst fear, something that makes you tremble in your boots. It's Mavis! With her spiritual weapon activated.
It's actually Mavis with a spiritual weapon frying pan the size of Henri that was knocking at the door. So as soon as Henri opens the door, she attacks with the spiritual weapon.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. All right. I guess roll then.
That's a dirty 20 to hit, my dude.
Oh man, that hits. Yeah.
Okay,
I
you
don't got my
take.
shield out, so.
You only take 6 force damage
Ah!
as you get smacked upside the head with a frying pan.
Ah! God damn it!
Ooh, Henri, is that you?
Oh my. What are you doing here?
Well, I got a message from my commander, and he told me that Till, Addie, and Ember were all in terrible danger and that I had to come to them super quickly. I'm assuming you were the danger. What did you put them through, Henri?
Mavis, we're fine.
We're
Ge-
just
generally
we're just
uninjured.
figuring some things out.
While you're
Ooh.
out here, can you actually do me a favor? There's a big hole, a big trench over there on the ground, just filled with spikes. Can you go jump inside and get something for me?
No, you have a lot of cleaning to do, I see. Why don't you get started on that, and I'll go check on my favorites. And she pushes him aside and walks in.
At least take off your fucking shoes.
Her shoes are covered in the blood of the people you killed.
Oh damn.
Oh my god.
Samesies.
See,
Twinning.
Mavis and Henri aren't so different after all.
Twinsies.
Hello, dearies. Are you all right?
We're okay. We're fine. You might not believe this, but this seems like to be a huge misunderstanding.
Really?
And there's something that Henri was going to be telling us. That I think he should get back to telling us.
What is that? I'm confused.
I just level like
Yeah.
a deadpan glare at Henri.
Oh, that one hurts. I'm sorry. What
Oh god, Mavis is huge.
what is it? Do you guys want to know again? I don't know why. It feels like it's been weeks.
Out of character rundown. Please tell us why you killed Athelstan, favorite son of Lathandar, over something that happened
Yeah.
7 years
Yeah,
ago.
your best friend and favorite
grievous
son of
sin.
Lathandar, and why the gods are out for your head?
Oh, that.
Yeah, that.
Just a
Oh,
minor thing to forget, you know.
Oh, that whole thing. That's a whole long story.
So fucking start talking.
How do I put this? Henry just kind of rubbing the back of his head. Athelstan, again, me and Athelstan had a falling out. He was messing with powers that were beyond anybody's grasp for me. It's a whole dangerous business. Some secret powers, things that aren't meant to be wielded by mortal men. I talked to him about the whole thing. I pointed out the dangers. He wasn't quite having it, and then we had our falling out. And obviously, I came out on the other side. And now I know your next question is going to be, What are these powers and what is this secret? And to be honest with you, I can't really talk about them.
Can't or won't?
I can't.
Like, can't is in a magically binding way, or as in you don't know?
Or can't as in you just feel like you emotionally can't.
Can't as it isn't in all of your best interests that I get you involved.
I'm pretty sure we're already involved.
Yeah, I gestured to us who are injured outside to the mass of bodies, as well
Also,
as to
didn't
the
the fucking
missiles
god
crescent.
come and tell us to go do this? So
Yeah.
we're kind of involved already.
As I'm holding up the crescent, like, it's a little too late for that, Henri.
I have a question for you, Henri.
Yes.
Have you told Danny any of this? Have you told your wife, the mother of your children, about any of this?
Henry gives Mavis a long look.
The woman you've sworn to protect with your life. Does she know?
No, she doesn't.
I'm gonna slap Henri in the face. No magic, just dead
Mavis.
slap.
Damn, I'm all the way up here. How are they gonna do that? You just slap my knee?
She stood on her frying pan.
Mavis, stop. It's probably for the best. I assume that Danny is not any sort of fighter, and your children are young, I've gathered.
I didn't want her to get. I didn't want her to get involved in all this. Like I said before, the first year that this happened, they all came to my home, dead of night, and I had to try my hardest just to be able to scrape by without her or the kids knowing.
They came to your house with her inside.
Yes, with her inside. This is before I knew that all the shit was gonna happen. Okay, they came to my house with her inside, and all the kids too. They were just babes back then. And
all the more reason for you to tell her.
No, which is why
she deserves to know this, that her family is being hunted. My family is being hunted.
Mavis, they're not being hunted. It's me who is being hunted, which is why I'm here, away from
and
everybody.
And you're putting them in danger despite letting this go on.
It's not like he has much of a choice, Mavis. This bounty that's been put out on him were put out by two gods.
The only way this ends is if I'm dead. That's just the truth of the matter. The most I can do is come up here and wait out the holiday, wait out the night. But sooner or later, I'm gonna be too fucking old and shitting all over myself and barely having any teeth in my mouth. That sooner or later they're gonna catch up to me. Okay, and I accept that. So this is how I keep my family safe. I stay up here until that day comes. I keep them safe, and I wasn't really expecting to run into you all, so I guess this is my way of keeping you all safe. Again, this only really happens during the holiday.
Well, I guess they're getting desperate if they send us after you.
Yeah, I wasn't. That's a real low blow for that. I almost say bitch, but Henry retracts and says hag instead because you gave me the okay for that.
Yeah, you start saying it, and I just look at you.
Hag. That's a real low blow from that hag.
Regardless, all of us here are now involved. Henri, I cannot stress enough. And Addie will pull out a parchment and a pen. I need your full testimony on this. Every single detail you can give me. Most of what has happened, Saloon sending her followers and other members of my guild getting caught up in this, would be an act of defense. But I need the start. I need the beginning. You are an extremely unique case, Henri. I cannot stress how important it is. maybe, just maybe, if you can give the information that we are lacking, we can open an investigation. We can get to the bottom of this, and your name can be cleared. I don't know if the attacks will stop, but they will stop from the guild. You being hunted under law will be stopped.
Listen, and I hope you don't get frustrated by my words. I wish it was that easy. But I need you to understand that in order if I were to give you the full story, I'm just writing myself and you all a death sentence. Again, I I am bearing secrets, but so are others. And these secrets run deep, and they aren't for me to tell. And any of them who find out are bound to run into some form of turmoil. So in the nicest way possible, I'm not I'm not telling you what I need to tell you because I'm being a dick or something, but I'm telling you I'm not telling you because I don't I don't want to get you guys involved in that matter. And now I know you can all say you can all take care of yourself, but I need you to trust me in this. That the moment I tell you things aren't gonna go well.
I am going to step forward at this point and I'm going to take my mother's bell out of my bag and put it in front of Henri. And I'm just going to look at you and say, just please.
Sorry, Red. What did you say a second ago? You cut off for me.
After you say that, I walk forward, I take my mother's bell out of my bag and I just put it in front of Henri. And I look at you and I just say, please.
I hold the bell in my hands and I said, this is exactly why I can't tell you. Do you think your mother wants you wrapped up in my mess?
I think I'm an adult who can decide for myself.
And I think I'm an adult who cares about you too goddamn much to put you in danger.
I mean, you don't really know me. You can tell me. You don't like
So getting
putting me in
technical, you
danger
can also
doesn't
tell
really.
me.
Justin, remember when I texted you earlier today? It's like, nah,
Yeah.
turn that into a yes.
Wait, now I gotta scroll up. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I really
Aww.
quick do want to respond and just take the bell out of your hands again and say, I think you've lost the right to say you care for me.
Fuck.
You're more than free to think that we all care for each other in different ways. It's it's just when it comes to this, I can't protect you or anyone else. Alright, I'm not entirely sure you all could protect yourselves. All you need to know is that Athelstan was going down a dark path. He was my dear friend. He was the greatest of us all, to be honest. And trust me, there isn't a day that goes by that I don't think about that man. And of course, I regret what I've done, but at the time, it had to be done.
I don't respond.
Henri.
I just go and sit on the stairs.
No. Yes. No. Fine. Then let me tell you some information, Henri. Why hearing your testimony is so important. What is this voice I'm doing for Addie? This is whatever. Your bounty became active 5 years ago. When, however you were found, you were found. It doesn't matter. Your bounty, however, is 100 years old, Henry.
What? 100 years old?
Yes. That is why. I don't know. Someone. It was obviously long before my time. Someone came to the guild one day and approached our quartermaster and handed her the bounty with specific instructions for it to not be open until 5 years ago. When I tell you that I don't think whoever you're protecting, I don't know, there's always been so many inconsistencies. I learned off of your case, Henry. I knew who you were the moment I saw you. This, whatever is happening with you, whatever is happened with, I'm assuming Athelstan, is much bigger than you or I, or protecting your family or anyone. We need to know. Are you being blackmailed by a powerful individual? Is it someone within the temples? Someone within Sihonovan itself?
It's my past employer. Yeah, it's my past employer.
The caravan? Or before that? Or after? I'm honestly not sure of your life timeline.
After that, it's after that. Well, just I'm a little surprised over the whole 100-year thing. I'm not. I just want to make it clear. I know you guys met that guy downstairs in the basement, but I myself am not immortal, thankfully. I'm not sure how that happened. I was always under the assumption that bounty was put on me after Athelstan.
I don't know. I really don't. Either someone powerful saw a vision of you, but didn't know the exact dates the murder was going to happen. I don't know. I really don't. Can you tell me anything about your previous employer?
Not really. I've given up on that whole side of my life a while ago. It's been years, ever since my kids were born. This is the only thing that really ties me back to those old days. But when it comes to my employer, that's kind of off the books at the moment. I'll put you all in danger discussing it.
Would not just talking with you now put us in association and therefore put us in danger?
No, I haven't given out any information that would lead
They
you to
won't
any
know
sort
and
of
care about
conclusion.
that.
Oh, they would know and they would care.
Should be clear, I'm already in plenty of danger with Saloon, so.
Which is
What's
why
neither
I
of them
don't want
more?
to. I don't want to put you in any more danger.
Henri, it's too late for that.
I don't give a shit how much or how little danger I'm in.
No, I'm sorry, guys. I really can't discuss it right now. Maybe in the future when the stars align a little bit better, but okay. You know what?
Can I roll an insight check on Henri to
Okay.
see if
You
he's?
know what? I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna tell you.
I want to see if there's any what's it called? Genuine regret.
Yeah, go ahead and roll insight.
Can I also roll insight?
Can I also
Yeah,
roll insight?
Yeah, everyone
How
can
did
roll
I-
if they want to.
I will choose not to because Ember is so mad she won't even look at him.
No.
A 10. No.
11.
Avis?
For what it's worth, my passive insight is 19. I am not making an active
Damn.
insight.
Yeah, my passive insight is 18. So can I use that instead? Because I rolled a 2 plus 8.
Yeah. So Mavis, using your passive insight, you can tell that Henri does seem genuinely regretful that he can't tell you. It certainly is a big secret, but you know, he does finally acquiesce, and
Acquiesce?
as he same
Alright,
difference,
yeah.
right?
Sorry.
No, you're fine. How is it
Alright.
pronounced again?
Acquiesce?
Acquiesce. Yes.
Alright. To hell with it.
Finally
The truth
act,
is,
and then he blacks out. He falls to the ground, unconscious.
Fuck.
Ah.
So,
Yeah.
hold on
That
before
explains
anyone does anything. Before anyone does anything, Henri opens his mouth to tell you guys the truth and the whole truth. And just as the first words are leaving his lips, you see his eyes glaze over as he crumbles to the floor, unconscious. And before any of you can say or do it much more than that, he rises again. Except for it's not like a normal rise, it's his body is limp and it rises into the air and his head snaps up to look at all of you. His eyes are pure and glowing infectious white, and his mouth opens and he says, and whatever is speaking through him, I should say, says, "This vassal is to speak no more of this day. Take what you need and leave." Before he is, before he falls back to the ground, and it only took about like 15 seconds, and Henri opens his eyes, blinks, and looks at all of you again.
I think Henry just coughs up a couple globs of blood.
Yeah, don't try to
damn it!
Don't tell us about any of that again.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you.
Learn, examples are better.
I asked you if it was a magical thing. You could have said that.
I wasn't entirely sure.
Have I seen? Probably never seen. Have I read like anything like this before?
Have I heard any ship tale rumors?
Like
Both of you rolled me history
semi-
check.
possessed.
I read a lot. I would also like to
28.
on this. I would like to join in
Okay.
on this. Fuck yeah. That's a 19.
Okay. Addie?
Sorry, brain isn't. What's 18 plus 9?
27.
I don't know.
27.
Addie and Till. You have heard some things not like this, but going off of what you already know about Henri, about what that paladin way back during the trial said, uh, and even from what you two have heard separately, you're not sure if this is the same deal. There's definitely something about Henri and who he is that is going on. Till, you've heard it in whispers, not from sea captains or anything like that, but snatches and bits that you can only place now, coming from your own home, from maid servants and scullery that were slipping through the halls, shadowed. And Addie, you have heard this from your informants. Same as Till, only things, snatches and bits that you're only able to piece together now that ties all back into Henri and, of course, who and what he is.
My kidneys hurt.
Ember, this is the first you're hearing or seeing of this other than what the paladin said.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Feels like I'm passing another stone.
Wow, you're old.
It'll be your turn soon. Sooner or later.
Okay. Taking pity on him, I'll go over and I will do healing hands, just like hand on his shoulder, see if it works this time.
It will help with my pan damage.
And I don't know, there's like a weird kind of light in like Addie's hair, like it looks like it's like dying embers in a nearly dead campfire before it quickly passes and you get 11 hit points back. Unless
Awesome.
God says it didn't work.
It will help with the bludgeoning damage from Mavis's spiritual weapon, but whatever damage Henri took when he was being talked through, that's a little bit above your pay grade.
Cool.
Oh, God, what a fucking night.
Well, I have one hell of a report to write, so excuse me. And I'm going to just start like writing everything down on that pen and paper. And once I'm done, I'm going to tie it off to Ori, and I'm going to.
Sorry. I have something else for your report.
Yes, please tell me everything.
Henry digs in his pockets. He takes out a bundle of keys, and he throws it across the table over to Addie. And he says, "I have something for you downstairs. It's in one of the cells."
Ominous. All right, which one?
Should be the one farthest from Walter.
All right.
The first
yeah,
one
I will.
on the right, I believe.
Yeah, I will stand up. Boop. And then. Is it down here?
No, first cell right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I will.
Before we do that,
Yeah.
while you're searching for the keys, and he's sent you a bundle of keys, is there anything anyone upstairs wants to say or do?
Before Henri passed out, and I, like while I was still like kind of reading into his motives, Mavis put a kettle of tea to boil, to make tea, and then so after like he's kind of returned to consciousness, she brings over a tray of like whatever she could gather to make a quote unquote tea set, and basically, come on, Henri, sit down, and like makes him sit in a chair at the table, and starts giving him some tea to drink.
Why didn't we ask the cleric if this was some sort of godly possession?
Yeah,
Hold
wait,
on.
hold on.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Sitting down and sipping tea, she's gonna try to cast Greater Restoration to maybe help, or at least figure out what's going on.
Hmm.
'Cause if
Greater
anything,
restoration. Ha.
it does.
Hold on, Justin. Would that work?
If it's a curse, maybe.
What's this? What's the
I wouldn't call it a curse.
Wait, what's the description?
It should be noted that some curses, like in their description in D&D, do straight up say cannot be cured with anything less than a wish spell.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
If you can figure out it's that level of curse, we know something more than we did before.
Yeah, that is true.
I feel like it doesn't do much,
Yeah,
and
I
you
agree.
know that whatever this is, it's going to take a wish spell or better. There's
Okay.
nothing really better than a wish. Wish spell, or the gods coming down themselves and being
Wish
like,
spell or fucking
I
a
got
god
you.
and getting them to do it.
I've done it before. I can do it again.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What?
Divine
Yeah.
intervention, that shit.
Yeah, do it, bitch.
Do I? No.
Although you might
Here's the
get
thing.
cock
Mavis
blocked.
like Henri enough to.
Yeah, you might get
Yeah,
cock
I don't
blocked
like
by
him
like
enough
2
yet.
gods.
Hey, I used a 5th level spell on him. I'd call that progress. Okay, guys. Chill.
Yeah,
No,
that's
it's
I will
great.
say this is progress.
I'll take it.
I also
That's-
made the fucker tea, so
Yeah,
don't
Yeah,
fuck with
yeah,
that.
yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You guys have any other questions before I can start sipping my tea in peace? God, my cankles.
Sorry, that's
fucking
me.
old.
That's Moss laughing.
I'm silent for the rest of this. At this point, I've decided instead to turn my attention towards like essentially just keeping an ear out, keeping an eye out for anything that might be happening outside the cabin or within.
Okay, Jean? Till?
Leaning against a wall, just kind of staring.
Just chilling.
Okay.
It's like they have
So
a. They
if
have
no
a.
one's gonna.
They don't have like a dog in the fight, really. Like it's.
All right. Well, if that's all she wrote, Henri stands up and I think he goes off to like a far corner and like gets a shovel. He says, "You guys can sleep on the floor or whatever. Find a corner or something. I'm gonna be cleaning up for most of the night."
Do you want help?
No, I made this mess, so I'll
I'm gonna
take care of
help.
it.
I'm gonna just follow him outside when he goes to start doing that.
Okay, so we're going to swoop back downstairs to Addie. As you are going through each key, trying to open up the door, you finally find it, and
Is it this
And
one? No, fucking
you-
gods, damn it.
you open up the door, and you see. Hold on, I think I need to get rid of the reveal areas, and you see this little cell area with 3 beds, but on the farthest bed, right here in the corner, right here, there looks like some sort of bundle like a large looking bundle, and you approach cautiously, and as you step foot inside, suddenly someone throws something, and you duck just in time for a dagger to embed itself in the wall by your head.
Ooh.
When you look back, it is two familiar faces that are slowly untangling themselves from each other. It is Lilith and Marjorie.
Hold on, in the cell?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
son of a bitch. Oh, fuck.
And as they look up, Marjorie, she adjusts her glasses, and Lilith is already reaching for like another knife, and she gently puts her hand down. Marjorie puts her hand down, and she's like, "My goodness, Addie, is that you? What in the dickens are you doing here?"
Dickens.
I can ask you both the same question.
Cecilia didn't let you go and take this bounty. Did you kill him?
No.
Oh,
Hold on.
Well, it's kind of hard to fucking kill him when he's a champion of Sihonovan.
For you, that's easy for you to say. We were almost close. We were almost so close.
You know, that explains why he was more fucked up than usual. You two got your
Hold
hands
on!
him.
The door is open! Lilith, we're leaving!
No, hold on.
No.
Hold on. Yes. Okay, yes. Go. Definitely. Don't
No, yes.
kill Henry on your way out, please. There's more to this. I managed to actually get some information.
Oh,
Actually,
we don't care about information. We just went to the bounty. Lilith, we're going. Come on.
oh, for the love of fuck. Please, and I would, like, give my report to, Marjorie. Please, literally do not kill him. Look, okay, so he was telling us
Fine,
that when
we won't kill him, but we're talking upstairs. This place is dreadful, and uh,
Oh yeah,
no
oh my god,
refreshment.
you had to be stuck down here with Walter. Ugh.
No refreshments, no lights, not even a good smoke. He took away my precious harmonica. We're going upstairs, and I'm rooting around and stealing everything that he owns.
Fair enough. I can't really stop you. As we're going up, I would actually like start like tinfoil hat kind of talking at them because I doubt they care terribly much about all the information that Henry has told us. Specifically when I mentioned Athelstan, I really want to see their reaction.
Lilith is like Athelstan, and then Marjorie is like Athelstan, and then Lilith says, "That's a real name. That doesn't sound like a name."
Its real name, apparently.
Athelstan. It's like naming somebody Lilith. Name somebody.
I like to imagine that because I'm like just sitting on the stairs, just listening, I start hearing the conversation. I'm like, oh well, looks like some people are coming up.
Yeah. So as Addie, Lilith, and Marjorie come back up the stairs, what everyone else sees is Lilith is a half tiefling, half elf with let's say like a darkish pink skin. And her right side is a lot more bruised and cut up than her left. She wears light armors faded through time and in proper care, and she wears her black hair up in a bun. Her teal eyes kind of observe everything around them, just kind of letting them flow in, not really taking much in. But you do detect there is a sharpness behind her eyes, and she's not truly malevolent, but she is just a little obsessed with music, and she does seize a little attention everywhere she goes. And Ember,
Wait. If she's obsessed with music, I'm a walking drum, lyre, and pan flute.
she already has Marjorie's a bard. Don't worry.
What type of bard? Can I tell?
I didn't think that far ahead. Anyway, Lilith is a sorceress, and Ember, you see something that makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, because on the right side of her face, you see the telltale brand of someone who has been exiled from the caravans.
I think would I have like at least seen them, because I've met the head of the guild, so I might have like seen them in passing.
Um, yes. I would say while you were in the guild meeting with Cecilia here and there, you did take note of this tiefling and this human that was kind of like around her. But other than that, you've never actually been face to face close up with either one of them. And Marjorie is a human bard, moderately attractive, and the majority of her body is covered in plate, unusual for a bard, but whatever. Her hair is brown, very short, and she wears large, thick, round spectacles, and she's extraordinarily eccentric. Um, and green eyes, dark skin, some scars here and there. Remember, you have never, every time you've gone into the guild to meet with Cecilia, you have never seen Marjorie and Lilith more than like 2 feet apart from each other. But also one time they were like wrestling and Lilith did stab Marjorie. So you're not really sure what the relationship is. But
Siblings.
Yeah, yeah. History will call them best friends.
Okay, never mind.
yeah, I'm not even sure what they are to each other. They would die for each other, but they would also kill each other if they needed to.
That's why I'm saying, like, I know maybe not siblings, but like that's the Cain instinct.
No, like literally kill each other if they needed to. If there was a bounty on Lilith, Marjorie would kill her in an instant.
Ah.
Yeah, they're just like that.
Yeah, I'd see the brand and like, you know, my eyes land on it, but I'm not stupid enough to like let it linger. It's one of those just like, oh, all right, cataloging that information, and
Yes.
just looking at them with like a deadpan expression otherwise as they come up.
Yes, as they come up, Marjorie, true to her word, starts going through the crates and bags and barrels, and she has like a bag at her side, and she's like, "Ooh, yep, gotta take this for later. Food's always good. Ooh, tea. I'll have some of that later." And she starts shoving like silverware and like cups and shit into her bag, and then she and then she hands it off to Lilith, who also has a bag, and she opens up Lilith's bag and starts doing the same thing, and she's like,
do they run into my cabinet filled with blood vials?
yes. And Marjorie opens that and it's like, well, we're not gonna touch that. We're gonna just close that for later.
I'm just casually watching this from my place on the stairs. I'm not doing anything to stop them. I'm just watching them go.
Oh yes. There's other people here too. Addie, these are your champion friends.
Yeah, as they were rooting around, I probably would have introduced them. That's Till, my bestie. That's Ember. Cecilia knows her. This is Mavis.
Oh yes, Miss Monster Slayer.
Yes, that is her totally only title. Mm-hmm.
Mavis is looking at them very disappointedly, and says, "Didn't your parents teach you that it's rude to snoop around someone else's home?"
Mavis is like, "Yes, they did actually. I didn't care."
Yep, that's...
Well, there's always a place in hell for thieves. Have a good day.
Where the hell exist? Morally righteous heroes ever.
I'm dead.
Yeah,
Holy
Addie
shit.
would like fucking like try to stifle her laughter, just like
That's what my parents also said. I still didn't care.
Well, what's the name of the Lord of the Nine Hell or the Hells in this realm? Because Mavis would know that, but I'm blanking.
Ah, fuck.
Asmodeus?
Is it
Hold
Asmodeus?
on.
Because I know you have your own pantheon, Ike.
Oh, never mind.
Hold on. I have it bookmarked. Don't worry. As fuck. Hold on. I have so many bookmarks. Shit.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Uh, uh, generator, rumor generator, unicorn, design a country. Fuck. Blitteros. Y'all didn't hear that one. Creating a multiverse. Yeah, Blitteros. There's some plant thingies. Don't worry about it. They're not going to come up ever again.
Hmm.
Hmm.
There's a special place in hell for liars and DMs, Ike.
Let's see. Here
So
it
a
is.
D&D game in hell, like you're playing in hell, is sick.
The Nine Hells. Here we go. The
Sounds
Nine
like
Hells.
fun.
There are 9 levels to the 9 Hells. Avernus, Dis, Minaris, Phlegethos, Ignia, Malbolge. I think that's it.
Malbolge.
Maladomini.
Yeah, you better watch out, Ike. You about to summon something in your living room or something.
Shut up! Tanya,
Shit's gonna start
Nessus,
floating.
Asmodeus!
Satanus!
Lucifer.
Fucking
Beelzebub.
Caesar starts like floating.
Leave little man out of this. Those are the 9. Here, let me just link it to you really quick because
Okay.
I can't pronounce them right, apparently. And I'm gonna.
Holy Deus sacelere, hoc saeculum splendidum, acelere fiat demire Iuli.
Being summoned.
Holy Deus sacelere. Okay, so it is the standard 9 hells kind of lore. Okay.
Can y'all hear me still? Ooh woo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, because my internet died for like 2 minutes and it reloaded.
Oh god.
Avernus, Dis, Minoros, Legathos, Stygia, Malbolge, Maladomini, Malbolge, Ania, Nessus, and yeah, that's it.
All of us children.
Malbolge.
You know they giggle about that down in the night hells.
Oh, totally.
Now in attendance. Malbolge.
My balls.
My bows each of cause.
See, I would end up getting like thrown into like the deepest pit because I would be like in attendance and I'd be like, yeah, this is Malbolge. And I would like get going to be like, all right, they're going to the hell of hell.
Yeah, how fun in Nessus
Go
bitch.
to super hell!
I'm like,
Oh
down
my
there,
God.
and, like, it's like, why are you down here? And it's
You're
like,
going
oh,
to Mormon hell.
I destroyed a school bus, or you know, I blew up a church or something, and I'm like, oh, I giggled when I heard the name Malbolge.
Like, oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Everyone else also giggles.
So then thinking back on that knowledge, I say, have fun in Malbolge.
Anyway, Lilith and I are gonna leave. We won't. We promise not to try and kill Henry. He came very close to killing us, and I was not pleased about that. So we're going to lick our wounds, leave, and maybe try again in 2 years. If we're still alive and kicking. I do want to mention that these are old ladies. Like, Lilith is 50, and then, like, Marjorie is
Ike?
47.
Hell yeah.
Not old, but, like, they're old enough.
And
You
reckless
do
enough
have
that
fun, kids. And then there's Mavis.
I think you actually summoned that thing in Ike's house.
Oh my god.
We about to hear Ike like, there was something terrible down
Oh,
here.
please don't.
What the
Jesus.
fuck?
What was that? That was awful.
It's
That's
the
what happens
Wi-Fi
to the
dying out.
content phasmophobia when there's a haunt happening.
I'm sorry, I just love the idea of Mavis just like showing up to like this forest entrance and just trouting through some dead bodies and
Yeah.
the occasional trap.
Just the like horrid fucking on
He
everything.
literally came from a war zone, guys.
Yeah. That's
Like,
true,
I-
that's
yeah.
that
true.
was a good shot, whoever set that up. Anyways.
I like the idea of Mavis like triggering traps, but she doesn't get out of the way because she's like so low to the ground that it just whooshes by her head. Like a big ass log just coming through and it gives her a haircut.
Yeah.
There's like the poison darts going, but nothing on.
She kneels down right when there's one at chest level. It's like, ooh, shiny. I could use this as a knitting needle.
This is a knitting needle. But yeah, as they are leaving, I would probably very quickly finish writing that report because I want to hand it off to them.
They're busy, like, still stealing stuff out of Henry's house. So you definitely are able to write up the report, or at least, like, a shorthand version. And, as they're leaving, you grab Leela's hand, put the parchment into her hand,
Yeah, I got
look her in the eye, and you're like, get this to Cecilia. Huh? Hello?
Well,
Eh?
Is
Y'all
that
hear
talking,
me?
or-
yeah,
Yeah, we
I
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Oh,
I can't
Justin
hear you,
can't
Kate.
hear
You're
me.
kind of echoey. Or like, nah, you sound like you're 5 rooms away.
Me?
Can you hear us now?
Oh,
You-
there you go.
Everything good now? Justin?
Justin?
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
How long have you
Oh
been
my
here,
God,
Ike?
this man. I'm the DM! I've been here the entire time!
No, it's just because on my end I thought you were gone. Like I didn't hear you at all.
No, oh
I've
no.
been here the entire time.
Yeah, he came back. Like internet
Oh,
dropped for
what?
like a hot second, and then he came back.
Oh, wow. I thought everybody was in agreement that Ike wasn't here anymore.
No,
No.
you were listening to
No.
Ike.
I'm gonna.
Oh wow, what did I miss?
Oh my God.
What was the last thing you heard him say?
Just I'm rummaging through the cabin doors, and that's about it, honestly.
Okay.
Well, there wasn't much else. Basically, Addie is writing up the report, and she finishes it in enough shorthand time to put it in Lilith's hand. She looks at Lilith in the eyes, like, deliver this to Cecilia. Are you listening to me? And Lilith
Cecilia
is like,
needs to get this.
and Lilith kind of looks around and she shrugs. And Marjorie then slaps her upside the head. And she's like, we're getting it to Cecilia. What's wrong with you? And then that kind of starts a mild fist fight between the two of them. But they kind of resolve it themselves and get on their way.
It's just like if anyone's just like it's just like no, just let them do it. Let them. They'll tire each other out.
Don't get in their way because they'll turn on you and then you'll die.
Oh, this is quite the clusterfuck.
Oh fuck! I forgot to repeat the bot. Shit.
What an interesting afternoon this has been.
Oh
He
shit!
had it coming.
He had it coming.
He had
He
it.
had it. He had it coming.
Coming. I don't.
There we go.
I don't like this.
You and me both.
I'm paranoid. I. How much do I trust that Marjorie and Lilith will get that report to Cecilia in one piece?
About 70-30.
One Piece.
Yeah, no. Addie is going to write up another report and send it off with Ori with a note saying, if Lilith and Marjorie do actually report to Cecilia with what Addie wrote, please, for the love of the gods, don't tell them I sent a second copy.
Say no more. You send it off with Ori, and he flies off back in the direction of Nova Ether. Yes, so all of you are at Henri's murder cabin. Most of his stuff, stolen now by Lilith and Marjorie. uh, uh, and he is, in his words, cleaning up outside. And all of you can pretty much guess exactly what he's doing. There is a trail of dead bodies in these woods that he has commandeered for his purposes. And now you all are stuck in the aftermath of learning exactly what he's been doing for every Mare Lune for the past couple of years. And you kind of get a better idea of what the Paladin of Kelvamore said when he wanted to know if y'all could continue working alongside Henri after knowing what he is, a hunter.
Mm. Yeah, Henry's just cleaning up after the aftermath. But is Till still coming with him? Or Till was in a cabin when that whole thing was going on, right? So did Henry go out by himself? I know.
I think Till went out to help.
No. Yeah, Till followed after you.
Which
Okay.
you are still muted, Gene, if you're there. I guess.
Hmm?
I guess he's not back yet.
Not back yet. Okay. So Henry's just kind of walking around with feel like it's a little like wheelbarrow thing, and his little shovel, and he's putting on a couple of bodies at a time, and he wheels it off about 5-10 minutes away from the cabin, through the trees, and after wheeling for a while, he reaches a kind of circular hilly clearing, somewhere where there's no trees, so the moonlight is coming down from the sky, and kind of basking down on the green earth right now, and sort of in the middle of this forest. And there's already sort of marked graves from previous years already on there, and each grave has that platinum crescent necklace kind of already around, kind of wrapped around the little makeshift grave he makes for everyone who comes to the forest. And he starts digging the first grave, the wheelbarrow right next to him. I'm guessing, since Jean's not back, I'm gonna say Till is probably getting a couple more bodies and wheeling it over. So, Henry jumps inside of the grave. He's standing there for a moment, holding the sides of the earth, and kind of takes a deep breath and furrows his brow, and he goes to his back, thinking, now that he's alone, he goes to his back, takes out his sword, and he buries it. No, I don't want to say buries it. He kind of stabs it in the ground in front of him as he's sitting inside of the grave. And he looks at the sword, and he says, "Are you there?"
Are you there,
It's who
God? It's
there?
me,
Me?
Henri.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Fuck. God says no. Please call again at another time. You're sorry, we cannot connect your call at this moment. Please call at a different time.
Please hang up and dial 1 for more options.
I haven't heard from you in a while. It's surprising usually. Probably one of your favorite times of year, so. Well, I guess in this case, not hearing from you is torment enough. Henry, takes his bloodied thumb and runs it along the blade a little bit, and he, pulls out the sword again and puts it on his back, and he continues digging graves. And, kind of placing a body in every once in a while and covering it up, and then, in his pocket he has a whole pocket full of platinums and sets it on each grave. And he does that for most of the night.
Okay. Is there anything anyone else wants to do? Mavis, I imagine that you salvage enough from like Henri's like store that you whip up like a mean ass like dinner.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Let me
a
go to
little
my
light
cook
on,
feet.
a little light on cutlery now.
They didn't take any of the used cutlery, but they
The thing
definitely
with
took a lot
cook
of it.
utensils is I have my own cutlery.
Ooh, there you go.
Oh.
Oh, watch out! We got a badass over here.
But if there's nothing else, well, I do want to wait for Jean to
Huh?
get back. But I said I want wait till Jean gets back in case there's something he wanted to do or say.
I do
Jean, if you're there.
You are muted. I do think that at some point I start getting antsy. And will either help Mavis in the kitchen or help outside.
Well, that's right. You can use those domestic skills I gave you.
Oh God.
That's so
Alright,
fucked.
so probably what happens is that like Ember is like, oh, maybe I'll go help, and like stands in the kitchen, sees Mavis like going around. It's just like, on second thought, I think I'm better suited to help outside.
Yeah, Mavis has got like 3 pans of things sizzling. There's a giant kettle of soup, and she's also frying rice in a wok.
Fuck
Damn.
yeah.
Yeah,
Where you get that walk from?
just sees that and goes, on second thought, I'll go help outside.
I think I think Addie would be sitting at the table, just like trying to go through the like trying to Sherlock Holmes mind palace it, but is not getting too far. But I think she would ask Mavis, have you ever seen anything like what just happened to Henri? The possession? I don't even know what to call it.
Have I?
You have not.
Okay. Then in that case, how nervous does Addie look?
She's definitely like bouncing her foot, but it's like her head is like she's like fingers at the temple, staring just like at a mug on the table, like it'll reveal the secrets of the universe to her if she just stares long enough. Not really nervous, just focused and frustrated.
Okay. Then without turning to face Addie, I'm gonna say, there's a lot of things in war that people see that they don't talk about. Not because it's unpleasant, traumatic, but because they can't bring themselves to do it. I think something similar is happening to Henri. Though probably on a more metaphysical level than mental. All he needs is a little time and forgiveness when he's earned it.
But it doesn't. Whatever spoke through him, a god? Can gods talk through people?
I do want to cut in. Gods, Addie, just from like Mara Lune and seeing Raizana Winterpetal, you definitely know gods can talk through people if they want to.
Can gods make people black out and then puppeteer their bodies in more of a less consensual way? I guess Addie is trying to grasp.
Can you probably say that you're not a fan of puppeteers?
Oh my god. I've got a
like-
nagging fear.
Someone else is pulling out the strings, maybe.
Oh,
Something
but yeah,
terrible is
just a
going
little
down.
bit. Yeah, I think you know what? Yeah, no, Addie, I think would be super worried about that. Actually,
We're making
Actually.
a joke about the song.
oh,
There's
This
a
is
song
about
called Discord.
the nagging fear. Something terrible's going through the town.
I thought it was like an Addie backstory thing.
No, we're making a
Oh,
joke
no,
about the
no, that
lyrics of the
too.
song. Yeah, that too.
No, I'm mostly making a joke, but also that too. It's so funny.
Okay.
Addie, you do not know if gods can really do that.
Is my friend here?
I'm
Your
your
friend?
friend, Addie. You can trust me.
Back off, you spooky bitch!
What friend? Can you?
Shroud.
Can you? Oh. Yes, Shroud is there. They're always there with you.
Okay. Depending on what Mavis's answer is, I would probably also like look at Shroud. Since her back is turned to me, I could like openly look at them.
look at Shroud like you're like you're looking at the camera in the
Turn around
office.
as you see
a, a little bit, but like I don't know. Have you seen like? Does that happen? Can a god unconsensually fucking puppeteer paranormal activity lift your body off the floor and just go be like ah?
Shroud is like, listen, Addie, I'll be real with you. I have no fucking idea what the fuck that was. That was scary. Like, you know what I am? I'm scared. Like, whatever happens to me.
I just like look at them like um also, are they dodging the question? I always have to ask if they're dodging the question or if it's like they're legitimately like
Am I dodging a question? What kind of question is that? No, I'm not dodging the question.
No, I didn't ask it out loud. I was like I asked to you, like is
Oh. No,
You
they
want-
are not dodging the
They
question.
want to insight check the ghost.
I do want to insight check my ghost.
What's
You
the
can insight-
vibe
you
of
can-
this ghost?
You can insight check your ghost.
Okay.
Vibe check my ghost friend.
19 for vibe check
They're-
my ghost.
They are being completely real with you.
Okay. Oh, that's a I think now Addie is actually nervous.
The gods work in their own mysterious ways, and often it is not for us to know. However, they shouldn't be doing shit like that. It's rude, and they're gods.
Like what the fuck? Yeah. And then I would fill Mavis in on like the avatar of Saloon literally approaching us and telling us to go kill Henri. Like I would tell her all of that. I'm dishing the goss.
Huh. Interesting. I'll have to confront her myself.
Oh damn.
Please don't. Please don't. Do not do that.
Oh, of course not. I'll finish dinner first and then do it.
No,
battle of
don't
grandmas.
ever do it, Mavis,
and
please.
Keeps frying with the wok.
Mavis,
Magic weapon on the wok and keeps frying. You see it glow a little bit. Like she's pissed off.
just I'm staying on the other side of the table.
Mavis is serenely calm and like her body language is serenely calm. But like her wok is red hot and she does not have a rag between her skin and the metal.
Addie is not fear. Addie is not commenting on it. I think
Shroud's like, wow, damn, she's like powerful. Yeah, are you? What? Oh, you're gonna shush me, Shroud? Your buddy, your friend? Don't think I didn't notice that little insight check. Yeah, I have meta knowledge.
I'm not looking at them. I'm not looking at them anymore.
Oh, you're not gonna look at me anymore? Is that it? Am I not your buddy? Your friend Shroud? Huh? Whatever.
I hope you're joking. Maybe I'm like 60% sure you're joking. Please don't ever try to kill a god. Please don't.
I never said I was going to kill a god. That's ridiculous.
You implied it.
I certainly did not.
You certainly did.
I said I would confront her. That is all I'm going to do. That is all I plan to do.
Sure. Yep, totally.
You can quote me on that.
I'll put it down for the first draft of the memoir.
The Battle of Grandmas.
Out. The Memoriam of Mavis the Monster Slayer.
But that's it for Addie.
All right, so all of Ember, you go outside and meet up with Henri. Do you talk to him about anything?
No. I am.
Henry's like
you're
laying
just-
down in a grave right now.
I
Chilling.
like. I think I go outside, and I think like Till is like helping move the bodies, so I help with that. And at some point, I notice that Henri isn't around, isn't coming back, kind of a thing. So it's one of those like, I have to debate with myself for a second before I actually like kind of go at least looking for Henri to make sure that someone else hasn't found him and is trying to kill him.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? You were breaking up for me a little bit.
So yeah, I go outside and I see like Till helping with the bodies, and I think I start helping too. And after a little bit, when I notice that Henri isn't coming back, I have a moment where I debate to myself if I'm gonna go looking for him. And then eventually it's the yeah, okay, I should make sure that someone else didn't come here looking for him. So yeah, I go half-heartedly looking for Henri.
Okay. Using your survival skills, it's not a very big woods. You're not gonna make a check. Using your survival and your nature skills, you can easily kind of find where Honori walked, like the wheelbarrow, how the wood on the trees is scratched up, the grass has been trodden over, and you easily track him to the circular clearing that he has all of his graves in.
Yeah, and Henri's like in a dugout grave, but he's like laying down on his back, taking a breather inside the grave.
You don't see him immediately, so you take a peek around and you look down to the grave, and yep, there he is.
I just do a quick glance, make sure he's not like injured or dying, kind of a thing.
If you're gonna kill me, make it quick. And then Henry opens his eyes, like, oh, hi.
Are you
Just,
okay? Is this
Yeah, I'm just, sorry, what?
Are you actively dying right now? Is that why you're in a grave?
That's how I always imagined myself going, I guess. I always thought I'd dig my own grave. No, I'm fine. I'm just taking a breather. There's still some space in here. Do you want to lie down or?
That's so macabre.
Actually, kind of comfy.
Well, as long as you're okay.
Yeah, I'm hanging in there. It's been a long night. I'm sorry that you had to fall in the middle of all this.
I think I was always going to.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that too. Man.
Why did you have my mother's bell? Why did you take it?
Your mom's bell?
Yeah.
I I didn't take it. She gave it to me before I left. She wanted me to have it until I saw it again. I think she thought that was going to be a lot sooner than it actually was. But I've held on to it. I guess now you can pass it along for me.
It was always going to be mine. I was told it was an heirloom.
Well, I'm happy you made it back to you then.
Yeah.
I just have the one now. She has the other.
Sorry, what was that last part?
I said I just have the one now. She has the other. I think it's like 2 or 3 little bells.
Yeah.
No, like wrapped up together. Yeah. So I
Right,
just
yeah.
have the one bell. Well, now you have to make sure you get the other pieces, huh?
We have to find her first.
Yeah. That's the big plan. She's a tough lady. She's made out of stronger stuff than me. I'm sure she's out there somewhere kicking ass. Don't worry, we're gonna find her sooner or later. But for now, I'll lay in my grave till then.
You know, you floating or whatever possessed wasn't the strangest thing I've seen by far.
Really?
No.
Makes sense. I've seen some crazy shit.
Yeah, how about a demon not goat in the middle of the woods?
Demon, not goat?
Yeah.
So just the demon? Are you saying this demon just so happened to not be a goat?
It looked like a goat and then it wasn't a goat and it was
Ah, okay.
only vaguely resembled a goat.
Yeah, what can I roll for this description?
If you know something that Ember doesn't, Ember's gonna be meh.
Let's see, what can you roll?
Give me something. Bro.
Go ahead and roll
Come on, come on.
Arcana.
Yes! I'll take it. Wait, hold up. I do. You see my one feature here? Give me 2 seconds. It's one thing that I think might help me here. I'm just trying to find it. Okay. Is this a fey, fiend, or undead? Okay. Right, so
For everyone else's sake, I messaged Justin privately with the answer.
so because of that, I got 2 rolls instead. My first one was a 6, but my second was 19 plus. Give me a second. You said it was Arcana, right?
Mm-hmm.
26.
You have no idea what Ember is talking about. This doesn't sound like anything you've ever encountered before, demon, fiend, or otherwise. And you already know there's no Fae, apart from Cricket, really, on the Arvosite Peninsula. You have no idea what Ember could be referring to.
Oh fuck.
Oh, good. You're
No.
just as confused as I am.
I don't say anything. I'm trying to think about what Hunter was gonna say. Wait, one more time. You said it was a demon, not goat.
I don't know how else to describe it. It was a goat, and then I blinked and it wasn't, but it still vaguely resembled a goat in face. And I'll do my best to give him a description of what I saw.
I can say with complete confidence that that thing doesn't fucking exist.
Well,
At least as far as I'm concerned. Obviously, it exists in the sense that you saw it, but I'm trying to blank.
Yeah, the way that Ember describes it is that the head is a goat, kind of. The eyes are sunken into a gaunt face. The eyes glowing a dim, bloody red. The neck is too long and too thin, and it was crouched low over something. Long, spindly legs like bent, broken branches. And when it stood, it grinned with sharp, glistening teeth.
Sorry, did you just put the fucking Jersey Devil into D&D?
Yeah, right. I was listening
It's
to
not the Jersey Devil. What?
Oh my god, you got transported to Jersey.
It's not the Jersey Devil.
Worse than the Feywild. Spooky.
There's only one
Sorry.
thing worse than the Feywild: New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Sorry, continue. I just the way you were describing it.
You,
It doesn't have antlers. I don't even know what the Jersey Devil looks like. Anyway,
you
that
wouldn't
that
happen
is
to-
what
sorry, go ahead.
Ember says.
You wouldn't happen to have like a piece of this thing, would you?
Piece of no. Do
I-
I? I don't think I do.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just
You do
wondering
not.
if you got like in a tussle with it or something, you know?
No, I distinctly ran away from it because I was not equipped to fight it in any capacity at the time.
Wasn't sure if it caught up to you and you were able to get away or something. That's a big tip though. If you ever get a tussle with something you have to run away, make sure you rip out some hair on the way out.
Yeah, I'll be sure to do that when there's a demon knot goat wanting to eat my face.
I mean, you get the last laugh, now he has a bald spot.
Well, I think it got the last laugh considering the fact that my mother is missing.
Wait, are you saying that thing's connected to your mom?
I can only assume so. It happened at the same time.
Oh, alright, I see where you might make that connection then. Thanks for the info. There might be some people I can ask. Should know a lot more than I do.
Right, but if you're going to insist on getting involved in this, I'm going to insist on getting involved in whatever your shit is.
Well, as you can see, even if I wanted you involved, I don't have much of a choice in it.
Just saying, don't shut me out.
Alright, I'll try my best to. It's hard, I'm not used to not having control over things.
Well, welcome to my world? I don't know. I haven't had control of things since...
You know,
I don't
you
know.
you remind me a lot of your mom in that way. You couldn't tell that lady that she couldn't do nothing. She could probably quite literally lift mountains if you told her enough times that she couldn't.
You know, sometimes I think about how she ended up spending a night with my dad, and then I think, no, this tracks, actually.
Yeah. Makes sense. But that's one good thing that about her that's rubbed off on you. That your mom, she could really get on my nerves, to be honest. But there were a lot of times in my life where a younger version of myself would have been ready to give up, but your mom was a big example to me. That's something I had to learn from her, but it seems that it kind of rubbed off on you a lot more naturally.
Well, thanks, I guess.
No, thank you. Henry kind of climbs himself out of his little grave area, picks up a little body from the wheelbarrow, kind of tosses him in there. Is Mavis cooking?
Yep. That's not your
Well,
kitchen anymore, it's her kitchen.
Well, the kitchen doesn't really belong to me. The cabin doesn't belong to me.
Who does the cabin belong to then?
Walter.
It's Walter's?
That's Walter's
You
cabin.
have the man imprisoned in his own home?
Yeah, I'm not a totally terrible guy. At least it's someone that's familiar to him.
I think that's worse.
I mean, he's not using it anymore.
Yeah, because of you. All right, whatever. Semantics. Semantics.
That's so fucked.
I'm just saying, he must be a little bit more comfy. It isn't totally foreign to him.
Why does he have a basement of cells then? That's what I was. Sexy dungeon part. No.
It's like semantics. Semantics. I am interested in hearing more about this Walter guy, purely in a curiosity way more than anything. I do not want to talk to him again.
Yeah, I don't like talking to him either. Walter, I can talk about Walter all day. You don't need to worry about. But you don't need to help me with the cleaning up stuff. You should head on inside and eat. And I'll take care of all this.
I don't think dinner is ready. I'm pretty sure we'll know when it's ready. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Mavis will hunt us down herself.
I don't know how the hell she traversed this forest without with her missing a leg and whatnot, but
I don't question
and
anything
all the
about
traps
Mavis
too.
anymore. I don't question anything about Mavis anymore. You know,
I don't even know how the fuck she found us, but
you're talking about people who won't let anything stop them.
oh,
Yeah,
there we go.
that's
You
yeah.
know what? I never saw that connection, huh? You know what? You know what? If you gave your mom 50 years, I could see it.
If my mom
What?
ends up like Mavis, I am terrified for the caravan.
I'm terrified for everyone. The world already has enough with one Mavis. I can't imagine two of them running around.
You're talking about her like she's a malevolent toddler.
She is to me.
That's fair.
Uh, well, if you wanna help me out, I guess. He tosses like a little pouch, but well, he doesn't toss. Puts it on your hand. Can you put these in some of the graves? I can't really touch them.
Are they the platinum crescents?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do. That'll take the crescents, put them on the grave, and say a small prayer over them.
All right. Yeah. So I start banging them out a little faster. Now that I got someone to put them on the grave, because I think Henry has to do like a weird thing where he kind of throws it out of the bag or something.
Sometimes you miss and you have to pick it up and try again.
Yeah, with like a stick or something. It sucks.
Yeah.
You should just get like really long. Just make himself a pair of tongs.
Yeah, right.
At some point, as
That's
I'm doing it,
rabbit.
I just stop and go, "Do these hurt you to touch?"
Henry walks over. He picks up one of the necklaces, holds it in his hand, and you literally see it just start steaming in his palm.
Jesus
Huh.
Christ.
Interesting.
And that he drops it on the ground, and now he's got like a branded mark on his palm. He's like, yeah,
God,
it does.
fucking e-boy,
Uh,
chill the fuck out.
We were trying to figure out if this was like a piece of divinity she infused into the necklaces. She gave me one of those too.
Oh, okay, I see. Nah, just I can't touch this stuff.
Oh, well, that ouch. And I just keep going.
Just be lucky it's not the summer solstice. He would have. He can't step outside.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, bang out the last of the graves.
It really sucks when your anniversary lands on the solstice every once in a while.
Oh shit, that's right. Don't even get me started.
How do you even like hide that from your wife? Like, sorry, honey, I'm not feeling too well.
You plan a very nice vacation.
I call it a hunting trip. Is what Henry does.
On your
And they-
anniversary?
Yeah, cut to 20 years later when your kids show up to your other
Oh
kids'
my
college
god!
and he says,
Oh my
"Dad
god!
went on a hunting trip
Shut
because of
up!
this moment
Shut
of puberty."
Wait, what? I couldn't hear what you were saying, Kate. What?
I know.
15 years of hunting monsters and getting killed over and over.
I knew exactly where you were going with that, Kate.
Oh man.
Hey, he's the one who said hunting trip.
True.
Dad's gone missing.
Dad went on a hunting trip and he hasn't been home in a few days. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit!
How's the holiday? Henry does a little cringe shiver. How's the holiday for you?
Well, I mean, besides my god coming down and asking me to kill, to kill an old friend, pretty alright. Some strange happenings regarding the masks, but, you know. And apparently some goblins wanted to set up their own Marilune.
Oh, cool. Do you make yourself your own masks? My kids go crazy about it every year.
Oh yeah.
What you make?
What did I make? Hold on, I have to look back.
You made some kind of bird or a dog, I think.
Did I go boring and go wolf mask?
You might have. I don't
I'm
remember.
pretty sure you did.
Yeah, I think Ember would have been uncreative and just been like,
Wait,
it
do
works.
you have the mask on one of the masks on your person right now?
Not the one that I made, but
The big fucking
Saloon's
fuck off
mask.
platinum one, yeah.
yeah, I have the
Saloon's
big old
mask.
one. Yeah, I don't,
Henry,
I just don't have
Henry
it.
reaches into his bag and the kids made me this one before I left. I didn't have the heart not to take it with me, so they spent so much time with it. He takes like a sort of like raven mask, and he reaches over with the mask, like trying to offering to give it to you. It's like, is this how it works?
I'll reach in my bag and I'll pull out the other mask, the one
What?
that isn't the big fuck off saloon mask.
What the fuck is that?
The priestess.
Oh wait, no, wait.
The,
Sorry, are you giving me the saloon mask or like another one?
I'm giving you another one, but like I'm holding,
Alright,
like I pull out the big fuck off saloon one. I'm like, yeah, no, the priestess gave me this. That was a whole thing. And then yeah, and then you hold out that one, and I'm like, you probably don't want this one, and I'll pull out the one that I did end up with at the end of the holiday.
Cool. I'll take that one. I was like, yeah, the other one's kind of pretentious.
Intense, yeah.
Um. When I look into, is there anything written inside this mask? Kind of looking it for the hell of it.
Yeah, there's something written on the inside of the mask. It says,
It was something really sad, like.
No, that was the big mask that has something
Oh.
super sad on it.
Sorry,
yeah, I'm
zoned
trying
out
to
for
think
a
of
minute.
something that's fine for like a small mask. Fuck. It's supposed to be a secret. I broke the sailing boat and didn't tell Pa it was me.
Damn, what a crummy kid. Put the mask away in my bag after giving you my raven mask.
Well, there you go. You can tell your kids you were able to trade masks.
Oh yeah, I think they'll get a kick out of it. I do gotta warn you though, the secret of my mask is a little surprising.
I flip it over, and what does it say?
What does it say again, Ike?
What does it? Me?
Remember I told you?
You fuck? You think I remember?
Okay. It just says fuck you.
Does it actually?
Did we talk about that?
Yeah. Yeah, we did. We just talked about that. It just says fuck you. Like if someone took Henry's mask or whatever, and they're like, "What's his big secret?" Henry just wrote "fuck you" in there. Like, you want to know my secrets?
I like give a little snort and I go, yeah, that I'm not surprised.
Don't tell anyone. Shh. And he finishes. He
I think
finishes
your
digging
secret's
up
safe with me.
All right. I think that's the last of them. Let's head back to the others.
Guess we head back.
Tiptoe back.
Okie dokie. You guys can head back, no problem. And when you get there, Mavis is just stepping out, like she's about to call for you all, and stops when she sees you approaching from the woods. Inside, Kate, what did you cook?
What didn't she cook?
Well, there was a
Okay.
wok, so
We got that Disney
No.
Channel spread.
I can't believe a shrimp fried that rice.
Thank God someone said it. So many times I almost said that.
So we have, as our appetizer,
Oh my god.
we have some garlic braised asparagus, and green beans. So if you don't like asparagus, there's also like garlic green beans. We have a nice light, kind of vegetable broth, soup with like potatoes and spinach and kale and carrots, and corn, just kind of like a chicken tortilla soup kind of vibe. There's also a nice Caesar salad for our side salad. We have some lovely potato rolls as our bread course. And these are all just starting sides. For our main course, we have shrimp fried rice,
Yo.
with
Are they true?
that serves as a bed for our sautéed salmon fillet and mashed potatoes.
Shit, you're making me hungry, Kate.
For post meal, as a light kind of palate cleanser, we have cranberry jelly with some lighter, smaller, sweeter rolls, and then for dessert, we have a fresh baked pecan pie, or for anyone who has a nut allergy, pumpkin pie
Shut up! That's so good!
with fresh whipped cream.
Henry, you walk into your house and you notice several things are missing.
Oh right, I forgot about that. Addie's
Uh,
just sitting there, just like furiously, like fucking, what's to do with the red string? Like it's all
Pepe
connected.
Sylvia.
Yeah, just like but on like the paper, just
Yeah,
like
Charlie.
furiously writing.
Also, somehow, Mavis found what's it called? The sparkling cider. What's the brand?
San
The-
Pellegrino?
Yeah, the San Pellegrino like sparkling
Yeah.
apple cider. There's a bottle of that on the table between
the fantasy San Pellegrino.
Yes.
Hey, you
Pellegrino's
Hey,
good.
open my cider.
It's already open. Oh yeah. That would be me. It was 2 weeks till the due date, so I thought, why not?
Those are just suggestions. Yeah. Whatever.
Sit down and eat your salmon. You're a growing boy. You need more brain power.
Oh my god.
Growing boy.
At that, I just sort of pause and like, wow, her tune changed quick.
Damn, he's just raiding my fridge too, huh?
I mean, most of this is magic food. You had next to nothing.
Oh, well, I wasn't really planning to eat gourmet up here. That's whatever.
Yeah, sorry, that was Marjorie and Lilith. They just do whatever the fuck they want.
Like I care, none of this stuff really belongs to me anyways.
Who does it belong to then?
Walter.
It's just
Oh.
Walter shit.
Who's Volta? Is he coming to dinner too?
No.
No, he's a weirdo that's in Henry's basement.
Anybody want to bring him down a plate, I guess? Any takers?
Fine. I need a stretch anyways. It is nonsensical on the parchment that Addie was writing on. It is like absolute mad lad times over there.
Alright, just be careful down there. If he starts speaking in tongues, walk away.
Yeah,
Also,
okay.
He's probably gonna try to give you some bullshit about him having a gluten allergy. He doesn't. Just give him the damn food. Just trying to be
Okay.
complicated.
You bring the food down to Walter?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you bring it down to Walter, and as he hears you approach, he's like, "Oh, is that food I smell? It better not have any gluten in it. I'm allergic."
Normally I would take that seriously, but I want to just be away from you as soon as possible. Anyways, enjoy. Bye.
I'm allergic to gluten. You want me to die down here because of my gluten allergy? I'll start
As far
speaking
as
in
I'm
tongues
aware-
at you.
You know what? I speak Sylvan at him. Just, you're an ugly bitch, and I walk away. I can talk in tongues too.
Your accent needs work.
My accent. All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Come on.
He said that in Sylvan.
Was it perfect, Sylvan?
Yeah.
Oh damn, flexed on.
My dialect is not from Sihonovan, dumbass. I reply in Sylvan.
Doesn't mean your accent's any less good.
Your face is less good.
Addie, you're falling for it. Addie.
Ah!
My passive perception, I hear snippets of this, so I just go over to the top of the stairs, and I'm like, you're falling for it.
Stomp away.
He's good at being annoying.
He's a punk bitch.
Henry, while sitting down, he definitely goes into the spice rack and takes out some additional spices and puts it on his food. That need be.
You're asking for Mavis to kill you.
Mavis sees us and says nothing.
Oh. Damn.
Can I roll something on this food?
Doubt.
Fear.
Doubt.
Henry, fear.
Survival, I guess?
Yeah, honestly, I like never eat her food too, so like this would be a roll I should be making. But it's been a real long day. Oh, another.
Been a long day,
Without you, my friend.
and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
What was it again? You said survival?
Yeah.
27.
Survival check this. Mavis, is this food poisoned?
No.
As far as you can tell, food's fine.
All right, I know she said it wasn't poison, but with that check, can I tell there's something off with this food? Not necessarily that it's poisoned, right? You know, like it ain't gonna fucking kill me or whatever. But just like, you know, if I knew everything that I should know about this food, if I would walk away from it or not.
Let's just say that this is one of the first recipes she taught Danny how to make, and there are some stylistic differences than what you're used to seeing if Danny ever made this meal for you. That is all.
Really? Yeah. And if you taught Danny kind of sucks at cooking on it. Makes sense. All right, I start eating.
Eating. How's it taste? Kate.
Yeah, y'all tuck in. How does the food taste?
I feel like that's either I need to make a roll or that's a your guys' interpretation.
You need to make a roll to see how the food tastes?
I would like to see how good I did.
I was more curious
Oh.
if there was something that was off about this food that I should know of, now that I've eaten it.
Is there anything suspicious, or is this just food that Mavis made?
I mean, it's slightly magical, but like it's the same magic that she did weeks before during the tournament.
Okay, so it's just standard
Right.
Mavis cooking.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's pretty good. So, all right, get that up. I need my strength. I've been bleeding everywhere.
I'm not gonna make you roll. You're like a great grandmother. This food's banging.
That's what I thought.
It slaps hard.
This shit is slapping.
Yeah, so you'll have a very hearty dinner made by Mavis herself. Henry, you take stock of what was stolen, and and write up a list so the next time you go into town, you can buy a few things for the cabin. And as the food is eaten, the dishes washed, the sun has already set on a very, very long day for you all. And you can all bed down for the night to take a long rest. There are still a couple more days left to Mare Lune, so you can still get back to Nova Ether if you need to. I'm gonna say that because of your involvement, Ember, and the rest of you, really, that no more champions of Saloon will be hunting down Henry, just because for now the issue has been resolved. But who knows? Maybe in another 2 years, there will be a new issue to have to face.
Saloon is aware that she that she might have pissed off one of her fucking followers.
Yeah. So you all gain the benefits of a long rest as you bed down for the night. There's not like a lot of room in this place, and you don't want to sleep down in like the cells. So you all just kind of roll out sleeping bags where you can, and with a roof over your head, you don't really need to take watch. But yeah, that is how the night passes.
I do offer Ember my bed upstairs, or well, Walter's old bed upstairs.
We'll decline and just stay downstairs. One of those, like, I think I'd rather be closer to the front door in case something happens.
All right, makes sense. I don't think I'm going to sleep. I think I'm staying up for most of the night.
You will gain a point of exhaustion.
That's fine.
Okay.
At some point in the middle of the night, Mavis is going to set up her portable shrine, and put out her saloon iconography.
What are you doing?
I'm doing what? What are you doing? You should be in bed.
Staying up. So I point at the little saloon stuff. Your friends, little buddies or whatever, don't come around. Listen, this cabin doesn't really belong to me, but it's still my space, so I would appreciate it if you didn't hang around or put up stuff that belongs to the person who's trying to kill me.
Henri, when was the last time you slept? Holiday started?
What's today's date?
What's today's date?
Yeah, what is it, like a Tuesday or?
Y'all are killing me. Hold
No,
on.
I'm asking you. I'm just
We have this great group for like 2 months. Give me a break.
Hold on. Let
You just
me
say it's
load up
whatever.
the calendar. I have a calendar. Hold on. Because if I It is Saturday, day 150.
Saturday.
Don't know if that is the right day or not, but it's the right day now.
Couple days. But it's what it is. Either way, doesn't make me feel any better when you start hanging up that stuff. You can do that on your own time, but not in here.
Henri, did you not think that I might be trying to do this because, as much as I hate to say it, you are family and I do care about you in my own way? And I'm trying to help?
I'm sorry. What is Mavis's expression or demeanor when she says that? Was it hard for her to say those things? I'm a little taken aback. Henry is, I mean.
Yeah, it's like she's disappointed that she's admitting it, but she's also disappointed that she had to say it in the first place.
Okay, I get you. And how exactly is this helping?
Well, my thought was by contacting the source of your parent issue, I might be able to get some insight into how to make it go away.
Well, I already know the answer to that. I have to be dead.
Not everything has to end in death.
I think you're relying too much on the idea that Saloon is somehow reasonable.
And I think you're relying on the idea that everything is black and white.
All I know is that year after year, she's willing to send our little followers to slaughter just to kill one man. If that isn't unreasonable, I don't know what is. So you know what? Go ahead, set up your stuff. What I'm saying is, don't be disappointed over what you hear.
If Saloon really wanted you dead, you would be dead. She would not put it in the hands of us mortals.
I'm
The
not so
gods
sure
do
about
get
that.
what they want. They take it. They wait for others to give before they go to that route.
Trust me, she's been trying. If you want any evidence of that, just walk through that forest, go to that clearing. That's a testament to just how far she will go to see me dead. Feel so bad for those kids. It isn't their fault that my will to live burns harder than their ignorance.
I
Just,
acknowledge
just
that
get it over with and put it away. It makes me uncomfortable to see all that.
She won't say anything else, but she will pack up what she has set out. But then she's gonna go outside to where Henri pointed her and set up there. And then she's gonna try to do what's it called?
Commune?
Divine intervention, because I don't have commune prepared. And I want to. Yeah, I'm gonna try to perform divine intervention to Tempest. Because he's technically the god that I worship, but like I kind of worship him, but whatever. And
Technical schmectical.
exactly. So yeah, I want to cast divine I want to try to get in touch with Tempest through divine intervention.
Roll me. What does divine intervention do exactly? It just lets you get contact with the god.
As an action, you can request your deity's aid and roll percentile dice. If your roll is equal to or less than 11 currently, which is my current level, your deity intervenes. Your DM chooses the nature of the intervention. If it's successful, you can't use this feature again for 7 days. Otherwise, you can use it again after a long rest.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Come on. I saw a 1 and then it was a 90.
Oh.
Dang.
Dang.
You do not
Um,
make contact with Tempest.
Yeah. After I set up my Tempest shrine, I just ask, help me understand why Saloon wants this. And then with no response, after like an hour, I pack up my stuff and go back inside and go to sleep.
Okay. Anyone want to do anything else, or we're just gonna roll over to the next day?
Good. Honey just stays up, resetting some traps and stuff.
Okay, so next morning, all of you wake bright and early. Somehow, Mavis already has food going, and it is a new day in Sihonovan. Mare Lune is still going on. There's still about another week or so of the holiday left, but you can use any of this time at your leisure. And you guys can go back to Nova Ether if you'd like. You have your horses and everything still.
So everyone has
Addie?
8 temporary hit points today
Yes.
from Chef
And
Beef.
Addie, I know there are some things that you want to do with Trailorine that still needs to get resolved, that she called you about. However, it is 15 minutes till 11, and I'm not sure if anyone wants to keep going or not. This seems like a very good stopping point.
I wouldn't mind going further. I don't
I
have
don't
work.
mind.
I don't have
Either.
work tomorrow, so like I'm
We
Gucci.
did lose G.
We did.
Just a heads up.
Yeah.
I guess we can start
Alright.
making it back to the city and just see what happens.
Alright,
But I'm
so
down.
let's see. I'm going to switch everyone on to. Nope, that's
Probably
not the
get
right
rid
one.
of the tense music.
Yeah. Why don't I have?
While we're taking off, I do want to visit Walter just one more time to say goodbye to him. And then I lock up and whatever else for the.
You're just leaving Walter down there, to starve slowly to death. You don't check up on him very often.
Nah.
Mavis leaves extra servings of breakfast down there so that he can live on for an extra few days.
Who the fuck wrote Kingdom of Boobies and Balls on a fucking map?
Maybe just noticed that.
Yes, I just noticed that.
So wait, how is Walter doing with his gluten?
Well, he's fine. He was just straight up lying.
Hey buddy, I gotta head out.
Fuck you.
Fuck you too, man. Well, I'll see you in a couple of years again. No, don't get into any trouble.
You're such a piece of shit.
Oh, I got you something, by the way.
Flips him off.
This, and then he flips him off. Same brain.
Yeah.
Not this. Through the little slot he takes out his crossbow, shoots it, completely rips off his finger, and then hits him in the forehead.
Ah,
And then
fuck.
closes it up and walks away.
Hear Walter yelling and screaming in fury and agony from upstairs.
And then lock up the basement and lock up everything else. So we can head out. I like the little house on Little Light.
Oh, that's the inn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sharp scales.
Oh, that's right. I
Yes.
forgot you guys went there.
So, speaking of which, all of you head out on the road. There's also that other guy that was kind of like, injured or whatever. He made it through, I'm pretty sure. He's just thrown over one of the horses or something. I don't know. I'm not giving this guy, like, a name. I'm sorry, but please don't ask for his name. But he doesn't exist anymore, but he's fine. He's there.
Can we just say his name's Guy?
Sure. No, because there's already a guy.
Oh, damn. It could be two guys.
It's a common enough name.
Sure. Their name is also Guy. You guys start making your way out of this little forested area over here and start making your way back to Nova Ether. Once again, the climate and the weather is very typical for the season, nice and breezy, clear skies, and from the clear skies you can still see the sun and the moon eclipsing the sun. And after a couple of hours of riding on your horses, you get to the Sharp Scale Inn. Sharp Scale Inn, you get there about midday or so, and as you approach, you can see some of the sharp scales are, out and about outside, tending to horses, some goats. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Goats, things like that. You see one of the sharp scales, Tordez, you can tell from his black scales, he's washing some of the windows up on like a really tall ladder. And generally it seems very calm on the front. Anyone got any calm music?
That's
Because
that's what I'm looking for now. Let's see here.
Ooh.
Dun. So intense.
Yeah, there's nothing going
There's
on at the
one
Sharp
potential
Scale Inn.
option.
It's another day to Sharp Skill. Onwards and upwards.
There's also
So, Mavis, what did they have you doing anyways? Put you up on a stage and you start dancing for everyone or something?
You think I'm some comedian like the late great Bob Hope?
I'm not sure. I just thought you were like one of those school mascots or something. You know, like the goat that they bring out every once a year. Walk around the field. Take a shit somewhere and then walk away. And everybody cheers. Or claps.
No, I am not some shitting goat put on for a spectacle.
Then, what did they have you up to then?
I don't think you deserve to know anymore.
Just trying to make a friendly conversation, but okay.
Friendly conversation would imply you didn't start it off with an insult.
Then, I wouldn't necessarily consider it an insult. I was just telling it how it is.
So we can do two things from here. We can either speed run this, and get y'all to Nova Ether lickety split, or we can take the long ways around. It's up to you guys.
I'd like to get back to Nova Ether.
yeah.
Speedrun.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that, you stop by the Sharp Scale Inn. Everyone is exactly how they usually are. Iori is talkative. They all greet you warmly, give you a nice dinner, lunch, before sending you back on your way. Make sure all your horses are well fed, brushed down, watered, etc., etc. And the road back to Nova Ether is a short and relatively easy one. You skirt Viliami Grove right over here, once again taking the wet season trade routes that both Ember and Henry are familiar with, taking that little shortcut straight back to Nova Ether proper. And by the time the sun is setting, you all can see the silhouette of the of Castle Dalen floating in the air, and the spires of the city reaching up towards it. And by nightfall, you were already at the edges of the town, and from there you can either go to your inn suites, your suites at the castle. Addie, you're more than welcome to report to the guild and go back
Yes.
to your home. Anything that you guys want to do.
Well, this is a brief adieu. I have business to attend to. Ember, once again, it was lovely going to Mère Lunay.
Yeah,
Mavis, lovely seeing your speech. Henry, it was seeing you.
Educational. I get it. I don't like you either. Go on. We'll be here.
Yes, fuck you too. Goodbye. And, yeah, I very expediently make my way towards the guild.
Okay. Was there anything anyone wanted to do before we jump straight into Addie?
Mavis, once Addie leaves and just goes, "What am I, chopped liver?"
No, no, Addie said, Mavis, it was lovely hearing your speech.
Said Ember.
I thought that was about Ember. I don't think I heard the Mavis part.
No,
No,
it
was-
said thank you for inviting me along to Mère Lunay, and then said Mavis, thank you for your it was lovely hearing your speech.
Yes.
I definitely
Oh.
missed Mavis and thought you were still talking to Ember.
No.
I definitely thought that too.
No. I addressed everyone.
It's too funny.
Shut up, I'm not mean.
I love the idea of the camera
Just
zooming
emotionally
down.
unstable.
I love the idea of the camera like tilting downwards where Mavis was out of shot the whole time because she's 4 foot or whatever. She's like, what? Fuck you too.
Doing some Edna mode shit.
Exactly.
I think after Addie leaves, I think I will actually pause and go, I actually might go check in with the Temple of Lathander at Little Light.
Okay, you can do that.
I do mention that out loud. And as I'm looking at Henri, I'm like, I will be honest in part to ask about what's his face, but also to check on them after now that some time has passed since the attack.
Sorry, ask about what?
So, athlete,
Athelstan.
Athelstan.
yeah, him.
Asshole Stan. I'm sorry.
Just ask about him for my own curiosity, but then also to check up on the monastery after the attack.
No, of course.
Everything.
Wait, rewind. When did we talk about the monastery attack?
This was when we went to the Plane of Air. The portal had opened above Little Light.
Ah, I see. Oh, that's right.
And I don't think I actually ever went back to check on them, so I'm like, because there was sort of a whirlwind. Oh, we're back. The holiday is soon.
Oh yeah, okay. Now it makes sense. Oh yeah, totally. Forgot about that. Let me know if you need any help with anything.
Yeah. I will, but again, I am going to a monastery dedicated to Lathander.
Okay. I can't really give you much information on those kind of places. I can't really enter them.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I appreciate your offer of help, but I don't think you can come
that's right,
help
yeah.
in this situation.
guess I could offer. How's my wife call it again? Emotional support or something.
With all due respect, Henri, I think I have other people I turn to for
No,
emotional support.
I totally understand. I'm listen. I'm not very good. With I'm not very good with what's it call it? Feeling stuff.
No kidding.
Your
I kind
advice
of
to
leave.
me, your advice to me for the first however long I knew you was you can't trust anyone else, and now here you are with a wife and kids. So
I'll call that my growing emotional intelligence. That's something else Danny told me about.
Certainly something growing. Looks at Henri's gut.
Oh!
Got that dad bod coming in.
I let you know that your granddaughter loves that.
Oh, I'm well aware.
and I'm going.
Newsflash, Henri
And
is a
I'm
dilf.
gone.
Henri the dilf.
And I'm gonna go to Little Ed now. Goodbye.
Eddie screaming in the distance. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, bye. Did I? Did I do okay there? You think, Mavis?
That's room for improvement, and I'm gonna pat his arm and start walking towards one of my other many child or grandchildren's houses in town.
Oh God, I forgot.
I think
about that.
Henri's gonna go up to the castle to go to the mailroom.
Mail room. Oh yeah, the mail room. Um, you can go up there, and all of your responses are sorry. We have considered other candidates. Thank you for applying with us.
Yeah, that tracks.
That's so funny.
Damn. Is the same guy still working here?
They do it in shifts. There's a different person.
Who's this guy?
I don't know, a falconer.
No, just wondering how he looks and stuff. You know, what's his vibe?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
they're a pretty tall, lanky looking human, really long blonde hair, and they got fantasy braces on, and
Hey, it's
they're
my summer job.
yeah, and they look up at you as you walk in, and they're like, Champion Henri, right?
Yep.
What
Any
can
mail for me?
yeah, you got a couple of things. Here, give me one moment. And they go and sort through the mail and bring out your 3 interview letters from the various places that you're interviewed at, including Nova Ether Trust, the bank.
Yeah, I open up all those, getting more sulking with every letter I flip through.
You get rejected from every single place you applied to.
You have any more letters? Maybe
Uh,
tucked behind the desk there or something, or
no,
can't be all of
sir.
them.
No, you didn't get anything else.
Damn. All right. Henry's gonna do the same thing he did with the other guy. On the very end, he lights it on fire and throws it in the trash can right next to him. He's like, "Thanks."
Oh my God.
As you leave, the kid is like frantically stamping out the fire that's
No,
like
wait.
growing.
Wait. Before I do that, I look at the letters. After he tells me he doesn't have any more, I'm like, "Are y'all hiring?"
I think you have to talk to my supervisor, and then my supervisor decides. But everything gets fielded through the Archmage, so you might just want to ask her.
To the Archmage. Oh no.
That sounds like too much work. Forget it. Thanks. Lights it on fire, throws it in the trash can.
Okay. Yeah, so that happened. You go back to your suite.
Uh, hmm. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll go back to my suite and I fucking pass out because I stayed. I've been up for several days.
Okay.
At least here I'm safe.
Uh,
You know, more safe
yeah.
than in the woods.
Safe enough. Uh, Addie.
Yes.
Fuck, should we? Okay. You go to your guild. And at this late of an hour, usually everyone's gone home or they're tucked away into their dorms, like beds that they have for those commuter bounty hunters. For the commuter bounty hunters, I guess that's a thing now. And you go straight to Cecilia's office, and this late at night, she is usually up, along with Tybalt, who, as a drow, doesn't really need to sleep. And oh, 1 second. And as you knock on her door, she says, "Come in." Maybe that should be a different voice. I didn't practice my voices today. Oh well.
Oh well.
Yeah, I love the idea of the head of a bounty hunter guild is just come in, you know.
So like a super like kind of dainty sounding, but will fuck you up.
Yeah.
I love that.
Listen, she full on probably has a dagger right above, right below, right under her hand, just in case it's someone who's there to kill her.
Oh no,
And she is
absolutely.
scantily clad. She has a thigh high belt garter thing with so many knives in it.
That's hot.
Guildmaster, it's me. Please don't throw a dagger at my head again.
It was only one time and you startled me, dear. Please come in.
And I open the door, close the door. Tibbs, good evening. Did Lilith and Marjorie give you my report?
They did, and I also got the one from Ori.
Oh, good. Please don't tell them that I sent Ori. Like my note said. Okay. What the fuck? So yeah, Addie would sort of very like animated, like recount all of the events that happened for Tybalt and Cecilia. Pretty much all of that.
Okay. Like what happened with Mary Lune, or just what happened with Honor?
Just with Henry.
Okay, so from the moment that you were approached in the woods until basically until last night.
Pretty much, yeah.
Cecilia puts down her glasses and she looks at Tybalt. Her and Tybalt give each other like a glance as they seem to have like a mild conversation with their eyes. And Cecilia says, "Oh my, that's very concerning."
I just don't.
Indeed.
I don't understand what sort of force besides a god, maybe, I don't know, could just puppeteer him into silence. Whatever Athelstan was doing, it definitely merits an investigation.
Does, however, I'm quite sorry to say this. I'm not sure if that's within our jurisdiction. I know you may not like it, but we are just simply a bounty hunters guild. And thank you for returning, for turning Marjorie and Leolith. You know how Leolith is. She's like an invasive species to some places.
That's a good one.
That's so fucking funny, Ike. What the fuck? You can't just drop that.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
You're the made that joke the first time.
I gotta write
In
that.
our-
Oh God, yeah, I forgot.
down. No wonder you laughed so much.
I forgot I made that joke.
Thank you for returning them to us, of course. They're one of our top members of the guild, and really, I really should have put my foot down on letting them go, but they would have gone anyway, with or without my permission. But this seems very much out of a simple guild's jurisdiction. We don't have a duty to Sihonovan. Simply our simply those who pay us. And I do know that this Henri is one of our bounties, but his bounty has been here for so long. It's perhaps only Tybalt and I should really ever take anything that high level anymore.
There has to be something we can do. This is... Yes, he is our bounty, but I feel this goes beyond the guild, beyond what we are paid for.
If you feel that way, then you are a champion. Simply bring it to the attention of your archmage.
Addie gets a very dangerous look. And I think Cecilia and Tybalt know that Addie's on the hunt. Addie's on the trail.
I suppose we can't stop you.
No, I'm afraid you can't.
Well, just be safe. Everyone here, especially the senior members, would be sad to see you go in a way that would be inexplicably staged. We, especially Tybalt and I, have been around the bush a long time. And if things are to be kept out of our noses, the people who don't want their business to be stuck in have ways of making people disappear. I've seen far too many bounty hunters go off in the night, never to be seen again.
I'll be careful.
See to it that you are.
Guildmaster, and I give her a salute, and I give Tybalt a salute, and I take my leave.
Okay, we're going to switch to Ember really quick before we go back to you. Ember, spurring your horse on a little faster. Little Light doesn't take that long to get to, but by the time you do get there, the moon is pretty high into the sky from what you can see. Hold on, how does a fucking... you know what? We're not going to think about that. I'm not even going to bring it up. The moon and the stars are pretty... It denies that it's pretty late at night, but as you ride into Little Light, the entire town seems quiet, peaceful, as it usually is. I'm not going to say as it always is, as it usually is, and you make your way to the monastery of Lathander, that always has its doors open for you. And as you enter the monastery, tying up your horse outside and kind of softly padding through the halls, you see Donovan Shadowquick, the current head of the monastery, kind of walking through the halls as well. And for those of you who don't know or remember, he is a halfling man, used to be in charge of...
Used to be the Count of Amos.
Yes, used to be the Count of Amos. I was about to say something else. I know his daughter, Bella Shadowquick, is in charge of something. I don't remember. I think it's Lotus City. And as he sees you, he says, Ember, there you are. I was getting worried that I wouldn't see you around anymore. How was ending off? How have you been? You're not in Eclipse?
I just left Marilune, actually. Yes, I would have come after returning from champion business, but then, the festival's important to me, and I was kind of just
Oh, don't say
stuck
less.
along.
I know how important that festival is to our sister god. Uh,
Yeah. Uh, yeah,
he-
some things, it was good. Some strange things happened, but it was otherwise good.
yes, you're gonna have to tell me all about how your travels went. Those the plane of air, that's full of magical beasts, right?
Yeah, yeah, which I did want to ask, how are you and how is the city after?
Oh, a few repairs here and there.
Right, of
Nothing
course.
that we here in Little Light can't handle, especially with Novi. They're so close.
Yeah,
A
just
lot of retired masonrists here who needed to get out and work the mold bones of theirs.
yoga class for retirees. Um, no, I understand, yeah. And I'm glad to hear the city as well. I'll be sure to tell you all about Marilune, but I did actually have a question. Um, this is me, the player. The name refuses to stick in my memory.
Athelstan?
Man.
Athelstan. Thank you. I don't know why that name refuses to stay, but we'll be like, I actually had a question about um someone who used to, I guess, was a pretty big wig in Lathander's. Athelstan, if you know the name.
Um, Donovan thinking, and he's like Athelstan. No, let me check the records here. Come on. And as he walks away, he leads you to an archive of sorts, kind of similar to the one up in Castle Dalen,
Oh
except for
yeah,
this one is.
I'm sure I've been in here many times.
Yeah, you've been in here a ton of times. You're extremely familiar with the archive, and Donovan. Ooh, there it is. Whoops, my laptop charger fell out. Uh, he he does like he well no he doesn't do that. He gets the rolling ladder that he has, and he goes through like old scrolls and books, muttering to himself as he goes, and he without even looking behind him, he throws things for you to catch. um going through the various uh texts and tomes, and when he's finished, he gets down off the ladder and opens up a very, very old book. And he tells you this was, if he was a pretty big deal, it has to be in this book because this book is actually from Emmermont City. We copy each other's archival records every few hundred years. We pay an elf to do it, of course, because they remember the best. Uh, and if Athelstan is in here, he'll definitely be in this one copied from Emmermont. Here, let me flip through it really quick, and um, Donovan spends several minutes kind of flipping and poring over some of the text in this tome that he has in front of him, and after a few minutes, he says, "Ah, here we go, Athelstan. Um, no last name, not too uncommon. Doesn't say a race, but looks like he was. Oh wow, that's unusual. He was a warlock of Lathander.
Huh. All right. I would have thought he was a cleric.
Oh, I mean, warlock is rare enough. We don't got many of those around anymore.
Yeah. It's a different kind of relationship with than clerics.
Let's see, lived from around. Looks like he died around the age of 35, 30. It doesn't really say, but he was quite the person in Emermont City. It looks like he was the one who ran the monastery there, ran the summer solstice every year, made sure that the Isle islets, the Emermont islets, were taken care of and always in
Yeah, I heard he was quite popular.
it, yes, quite popular. Looked like he could become uh he could rule over it if he really wanted to. I wonder what happened to him.
That's kind
The
of what I'm trying
it
to
just kind
find
of
out.
ends here. He just kind of dropped off the face of the earth one day.
Huh. And how long ago did he die? Like, I know how the age, but how long?
It was about 7 years ago.
All right. And I'm like mentally cataloging this information. Do you have any other books on, if not on Athelstan, but on at least what might have else been happening around that time period in Emermont?
Uh Certainly try. And he continues to flip through the book. Doesn't look like anything of note. Mostly just the usual summer solstice celebrations. Um, Looks like Vermont City got a population boom when Baron Evan Wesley became got into power there. Interesting. Um,
All right.
Nothing out of sort or unusual from what I can see.
All right. Thank you. If you
Of course,
don't,
Ember.
if you don't mind, I might spend some time later going through these books myself. But I do believe I owe you a story about Marilune this year.
Yes, here. We can go into the kitchen and share a pot of tea. I would love to hear all about your Marilune misadventures.
Yeah, and I will tell him about it. I will include I won't include, of course, murder cabin shit, but I will include sort of offhanded comment about the werewolf happenings up north, but also the mask, the weird mask that I got. Um, all of this sort of like not offhanded, but like telling the story. And if he's interested, if he seems to show any interest beyond normal curiosity, that would be when I'd be like, actually, kind of, what's your opinion? But otherwise,
Um, yeah, he doesn't actually show, apart from, like, the, regular curiosity,
mhm.
and, like, bafflement and stuff like that. He's just like, wow, it sounds like you sure had an adventure.
Yeah, you're telling me. But it was another good Marilune. Can't complain.
Well, that's all we can hope for. Here's hoping that Marilune in 2 years and the summer solstice next year go just as well, if not better.
Hopefully. Hopefully there's nothing serious that comes up between now and then. If you hear anything more about, or if you find out anything more about Athelstan, please let me know.
Of course.
Thank you.
Wouldn't dream of hiding anything from you, Ember.
And I really appreciate that.
I know you do.
I appreciate everything you've done for me these past few years.
Of course. You can always remember, this is always your home too.
Thank you.
And I don't know if you like crash there for the night or not, but you can if you want to.
I spend a little bit longer in the archives going through stuff, and then I crash there.
Okay.
Probably scare the bejesus out of any younger monks in training there.
Yeah. You definitely scare like a monker train too, who has to like do like the patrolling at night, for like their monk training or whatever, and you scare the hell out of them.
The eyes shine in the darkness. I just look up.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, like your eyes shine in the dark, and they're like, "Oh my Jesus!" And with that, we're going to swoop over to hold on. We're gonna go over to Henry really quick. As he is retiring for the night, taking off all his armor and his other effects, he once again takes his sword out of his scabbard and kind of lays it down on like one of the chairs in the suite, turning to it.
I think I just sit on my bed, my hands on my lap, just staring at it. I think I stare at it for like an hour.
You stare at it for a little while longer, before you hear a voice, and the voice says, "Well, that could have gone much better, don't you think?"
Yeah, I know. I've never really been good at these kind of things.
Yes, I'm far too aware. My, what do your friends think of you? They must think you're some sort of monster.
I'm not really sure if they're my friends, especially after yesterday.
Oh yes, who could forget about yesterday? That was quite the spectacle.
Isn't it every year?
Huh? Well, yes, it usually lasts for far longer, though. You got lucky this year. Got out easy.
Yeah, I think they were just a little bit more dense this year. They ran into too many of the traps. At least it was a little easier. I'm getting older though. I don't know how much longer I can do this for.
Yes. Sooner or later, you will be slipping up.
Happens to the best of us. And
It happened to
you.
me. Yes, it happened to me.
Yeah. Look at us finishing each other's sentences.
Like old friends.
Yeah. Do you blame me for what I did?
Every single day.
I guess that's something else we have in common, huh?
Oh. Better to have some things in common than not, but rather somber one, don't you think?
Yeah. I don't. Henry chokes back some tears. He does the whole SpongeBob, putting it back in my eyeball. Because he's a man, made out of manly things. Dilf Body 2.0. Nothing will pierce this.
Now that we're men, we have facial hair. Now that we're men,
And
I changed my underwear.
underwear. Now that we're men. Don't. I don't think I ever told you this, but I'm sorry.
Sorry is a little too late for sorries, don't you think? If you were that sorry, then I wouldn't be in this sword. I wouldn't be dead. I don't need your regrets or your pity. Sometimes I just want you gone.
Yeah. Sometimes I just want the same thing. I think you might get that one day. Maybe soon, old friend.
Well, one could be hoped. Anyway, I'm signing off for the night. You should too.
Yeah. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
And Henry tucks himself into bed.
And with that, we're gonna shoot back over to Addie. Addie, I'm guessing correctly that you make your way up to Castle Dalen. Sorry, are we doing anything? What was that? Did I miss you,
What was
Mavis?
that,
No.
No, I honestly
Take
have
him away.
nothing that I need to narrate Mavis through.
Okay.
Just
She's
making a
just
joke.
chilling with family and Nova Ether.
Okay.
Um,
Being a
Do
family
you go
woman.
up to Castle Dalen?
not immediately. It's late at night. Um, even though Addie wants answers, I think more than anything, she just wants to sleep in her own bed and be around her books and go through her books to see if there's any sort of scrap of information over what she's seen that could help point her in the right direction. But if not, going to Trailerine is definitely the next priority.
Yeah, for all of your academics, you actually don't find anything that would suggest answers to anything that you've seen.
I think Addie would prepare some questions for Trailerine.
You're buzzing a bit, Bones.
I don't know what to do about it. I think my headphones are just old. Am I still buzzing?
You're good now.
Okay. But yeah, I think she would go to bed. Yeah, I think she's tired. I think she'd want to go to bed.
Okay, and you won't go up for the magic either? Or just
I'd
do
like
everything at once?
Mm, I think Addie's like do it all in one fell swoop the next day.
Okay. you all wake up the next day then, gain the benefits of a long rest. Since you are still on paid holiday, you can basically do whatever the hell you want to do.
Woo!
It is still technically Mare Lune, and the streets of Nova Ether are quieter, without the usual humdrum of the city at its zenith, so to speak. Pretty early in the morning, you make your way up to Castle Dalen. Henry, you probably get some food at the mess hall. I don't know, or you make your own food. And Amber, still poring over like documents, things like that on Asselthin,
Athelstan.
Athelstan.
Yeah, right.
I'm just
All
gonna
right.
call him
Brad's got it.
I'm just gonna call him Ass Man. Like, come on.
I think I actually wrote that in my notes, hilariously.
Ass man is dead.
If you're still not looking over notes over Athelstan, you also treat yourself to a
Please,
breakfast
please.
from the
Athelstan
monastery.
is my father. Call me ass man.
Again,
Oh,
I probably fully scare the bejesus out of someone. I just show up behind them at the at wherever they're serving breakfast, and I'm like,
Excuse me,
and they're
can I
just
have
like,
a tray? You're in the way of the hash browns.
So you also treat yourself to a breakfast before taking your leave, promising to visit, and going back to Nova Ether. But Addie, bright and early, you make your way up to Castle Dalen, either by using your own means or the fantasy shuttle bus.
Oh,
And
I'm bringing one of my plants with me.
yeah, you can bring a plant, and you go to Trailerine's door, and the guards, already knowing who you are, let you in easily. And once again, Trailerine, as she always is behind her desk, sitting, furiously writing away on a parchment, with stacks of scrolls and books littered about the desk and the room, as Cricket is kind of in vain trying to organize everything. Leto hanging right back behind Cricket.
Is this about time?
Trailerine looks up and she's like, "Oh no. It's never a bad time for you, Addie. Uh, I was just walking through the night, um, already tranced and everything, so don't worry about that. Just a little busy here on the front. It's always a little bit. Marilyn is always the best holiday to do any of the paperwork in. There's just nothing going on."
I'm glad you said that. I wasn't going to take no for an answer anyways. I would set the potted plant down probably by my feet. It's about Henry.
Yes, Henry, your fellow champion. What about him?
Are you aware of the bounty on his head?
Yes.
Are you aware of the details in... I say details. There really aren't any. Let's see. He murdered a man named Athelstan, the favored son of Lathandar down in Emermont. He, however, cannot tell us why. When he tried to, he seemed to be... I don't have a better word for it, but possessed temporarily as someone else spoke through him. I need to know why. I need to know how. There's something happening, and I intend to get to the bottom of it.
Did Till put you up to this?
No. Why would Till put me up to this? No?
Because not so long ago, Till was also seeking answers on Henry. answers that, just like what I told him, I'm going to tell you. It's best that you forget anything that happened, that occurred with him, and just let it go.
I'm sorry, Archmage, but that I can't. He is, except for the murder of Athelstan, an innocent man. I cannot sit by and watch as scores of people. We were approached by an avatar of Saloon. Saloon approached Ember, and in a very roundabout way, sent us to go kill him.
Well,
There's more
cannot
happening.
control what the gods command of their followers.
What I'm saying is that there is more going on. And I just have a bad feeling about it. I can't explain it. But there is more to it. Please.
You have to understand. Things that you are saying, the things that you are describing, if it's gods are approaching your party and asking favors of you, that is quite frankly above my pay grade as well. I am a very busy elf here, as you well know. I have a country to run, and as long as Henry is doing his job as a champion and not getting in your way of doing your job as a champion, there is really nothing more than I can suggest or say on the matter.
I will get those answers. One way or another.
One way or another, I'm gonna find you.
Fine, yeah.
I'm gonna get you, get you, get you, get you
One
one way.
way. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm letting you know as a courtesy.
Well, I do appreciate the courtesy, but don't let this little side job of yours get in the way of you being a champion. The duty is to Nova Ether first and not Nova Ether, Sihonovan first and foremost, and if you are out on a hunt trying to find answers to these while a plane opens up, you will have to drop what you are doing and answer the call.
I know that. I'm not. Never mind.
I'm just seeing to it that you remember quite well what you came to Sihonovan to do.
I do remember. On a lighter note, and I lay down and I pick up the plant. This is Delilah.
Hey there, Delilah.
And
like New York City.
and we were talking about enchantment, and I just have these pots laying around, and I tap the pot, and the little rain cloud starts to form above the plant and starts to rain. On a scale of like 1 to 10, oh, that's pretty cool. Where would you rank this? Just so I have an idea of like enchantment stuff. Because I've only read like the scientific papers that are sporadically published. They're fascinating.
Would rank it at a solid 7. Druids, if you know any, druids are rangers,
Oh, yes, I do.
do quite of the same things. Quite readily and with far more ease than us wizards.
I mean, I just sort of slapped a crate water on there. It's no big deal. Although getting it to just stay like this was very fun, challenging but fun. My poor, poor carpets. And I think after that, Addie would start like chatting with Trailerine, not to role play into the sunset, but would be chatting with Trailerine on enchanting stuff and how that works.
Yeah, so you definitely chat a lot about enchanting things, how it works, how spell sculpting for evocation wizards can roll into other subclasses as well, things like that. And you two do set up a time where she can teach you a little bit more about like item making, things like that. Since Mare Lune is still on, she has some relative free time. She tends to work through the holiday, but you have free time, so she can have some free time.
Sweet.
And all the while, Cricket is organizing. Leto is standing there, not still, relatively still, but just kind of like observing, listening, things like that. Was there anything anyone else wanted to do?
Wait, really quick, didn't I get like a mask that was like, I know Leto is in love with this charge?
Did you?
I
I
think
think you did.
Oh,
I
I
think that
feel
was a
like
mask that I got.
I don't remember.
I'm
it
almost.
was
It was
something juicy like that. It was fucking amazing.
Oh, I'm pretty certain. Oh, wait, was that was my secret, wasn't it?
Yes, that was your
That was
secret.
the one I wrote on my mask.
What you did?
I think so.
It was
so funny.
because I texted it to you.
Yeah,
Because you
right.
were here with the
Shut up. That's so fucking funny.
Sorry, I
Yeah,
just
sure.
had that memory. Had to. wanted to-
Leto's in love with his charge. Sure, that would be funny.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. That was just something I remembered.
Oh, you're fine.
I guess the only last thing is that I would, after talking with Trailerine, go and try and set up college classes.
Oh yeah,
Where's my syllabus?
that's easy enough as a 1 scholar sort and 2 a champion. You just fucking do it, basically. Even if you didn't have the money, you're a champion. You could do kind of almost anything you want. But beyond that, if that's it for everyone,
Actually, I would like to do one more thing.
what's up?
I would like to compose a letter to my granddaughter Danny and mail it to her.
Okay, you can do that.
All right, yeah, and I'll DM you what Mavis wrote.
Okay. Spicy. Oh fuck, I forgot to take my meds. Oh no!
Those are important.
Every single time I'm like, ooh, I'll take my meds during D&D tonight at a certain time, and then I forget. And I'm like, whoopsie daisies.
Just set an alarm.
Alarms are annoying though. Like we're in the middle of
That's
But
the whole
That's
point
the
of them.
point.
we're in the middle of D&D and you just hear some like janky ass alarm.
Your
Like
meds are more important than D&D. The whole. If
Eh.
they're annoying, that means it works.
Gotta pick up. Oh no, I can't pick up my other meds tomorrow.
Is that where we're ending though?
Yeah, we're ending it there.
All right. I will go ahead and stop the recording.